ま、おいでなすった。
さすがね。
こっちは今ゲートにいる。ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだけど。
今取り込み中でそれどころじゃござらん。
Okay, what are you doing?
チキチータ苦戦してるんじゃないの？
そうみたいだけど、あっちは戦闘系の職業だし、こっちはレベル低いし、助けに行っても帰って足手ま
Oh
とい。
yeah, there's like shooting or something in the background too.
もうひなたの育児なし。
Huh? Is that really what it looks like?
友達が窮地に陥ってるっていうのに助けようとは思わないの？それでも人間？
Nah, I'm not sure you'd call this predicament. And besides, I don't recall becoming friends with Ganaki. I mean, you kind of behave like one, so...
つべこべ言わずさっさと行く。
Wow. Of course. Yeah, you can tell this is not Shadow. I was careless for thinking that shadows were actually kinda nice. Oh, never mind. I need some time to do some deep introspection on myself. I thought she actually logged in and they're like together now here, but I was wrong apparently. So my audio been like too loud, I think. But we'll see. Maybe later, who knows.
っていうか、何この敵の数は。
麻薬シンジケートを怒らせてしもた。
Okay.
そうなの？
拙者はただドローの動向を探ってただけやのに。
Do you know the net fan club or the furry ram? Yep. They actually turned out to be a crime syndicate. So if you bring those facts together...
シンと敵対してるのか？
Good job.
まあそういうことになるかせい。
Wow.
とりあえずここは逃げておこう。
しかし
まさか。
When I see Sakuya open her mouth as wide as she can, I cover my ears. Iganaki realize it second too late, but he follows suit. Sonic waves! Great! Damn! Yeah, she can do this one time a day, she said that. Jesus, she's terrifying. We're all out of breath, but we managed to escape the DMZ in front of the gate. And area where no one can attack normally. To the militarized zone. Really refers to the area of, on net refers to the computers not protected by the firewall. Ah. Private security would prevent all passage of data, however it means preventing passage of data you wish to transmit. Therefore, in case where security is not a problem, computer and local network are often put into DMZs. Devices within the same firewall are definition in the DMZ with another. Hacker cracker can attack. And they can turn them into DMZs. They're in front of the gate in Babylon as a militarized zone, which means PKs and enemy enemies cannot attack you. I don't think this is very important information in terms of like figuring out stuff. It's just kinda lore.
稲垣は誰かとうまく連絡
I mean,
つけられ
even
た。
lore, it's like technicality.
拙者チキチータでござる。稲垣とか申すものではござらん。
え？
His eyes are extremely serious, unlike the... Oh, he's the shadow, okay. He's extremely serious, unlike they've ever been before. Oh, I get it. Come to think of it, Sakai told me that Gnaki was going to check his friend's house, just like she was with Midori. Then this is also a shadow. I contacted Gnaki because I thought he might know something, but it looks like that was the extreme waste of the effort, damn it. Shit, I feel like I should try to get my money
じゃ
worth.
あチキチータはレムの語源知ってるか？
そんなのバビロン参加者には常識でござる。レムとは高速眼球運動の
No, that's not it, apparently. This is pointless. Yeah. I really can't tell whether or not I'm getting closer or farther from the truth. I definitely have clues, but at the same time, there's a thick wall that prevents me from going on forward. That said, first I will go home and take on crossword puzzle again. If I input the words I do know, I will surely be able to figure it out with some new info. Yumi again. You are awfully a lot recently together with us. Also, right, I forgot about Yumi. Like, I had just like random thought as well before I started today recording. Because like Rem showed us like, you know, in the Babylon, the corridor and then the library, like hints like basically where we should go, right? It seems like it. And we stumbled upon Yumi. I wonder if, like, Rem, the fairy, is somehow connected to Yumi, not to the Mutsuki, actually. If maybe she's a player. And also she said before, like she's going to, like, meet the leader or something, right? On the bus. What if she was, like, going to meet the Sin, basically? Or something, you know? Like, in the Babylon, like, she was going to the cafe or something. Or maybe actually in real life. Met the owner of the Sin character. Interesting. But anyway, yeah, just random thought.
ユミ。まあ、課外活動からの帰りなんだ。
ひなたくんはこれからまたどこかへ？
いや、今日は僕も家に帰るよ。
そうですか。じゃあユミと一緒ですね。
Okay. That says, she says that and gives me a sweet smile.
そうだね。
Ever since I became conscious of her earlier today, my body been reacting kinda funny.
クロスワードパズル進んでますか？
ね。
Come to think of it, didn't Yumi have some sort of interest in them too? I don't remember exactly when exactly it was, but I talked to her about Kafka Masterpiece. This one time, she and I passed each other in the hallway.
今は別な難しいのをやってるんだけど。
どんなのですか？
Okay, I forgot to record. I still have part from stream, but I forgot to click record button, so this part from now on might sound different or look different. We'll see what I will do in the edit later on. But yeah.
と。
I take the folded note out of my pocket. Printing from that screen would feel kinda sacrilegious, so I wrote out the grid pattern on the paper by hand.
ここが詰まってるんだけど。
Okay.
原子とレムの語源ですね。
Yumi says this, leans against the nearby guardian rail, and takes out a dual shining metal object. It appears to be a pocket computer.
ネットに繋がってるの。
Okay.
まあ一応僕も検索はしてみたんだけど。
I lean the guard rail as well, standing right next to Yumi. There's no conspicuous light around us, so I can see the backlight coming from the computer, from the windows of the small monitor on Yumi's pocket computer.
これで出てきたらいいですね。
そうなんだけど。
Yumi clicks a newly popped up window, types visual hallucination into it, press synonyms, and hit the enter. To think it would be that simple. Okay. Illusion, vision. Wow.
文字だからきっと
She's good.
ですね。
まさかそん。
Vision? The end fits perfectly with the end from the virgin birth.
それから
She types RAM in this at the same time. RAM rapid eye movement. RAM radiation emission measurement. Remodulate sounds. Lemurian continent ancient Rome festival for ghosts. Lemur's ancient Roman ancestral spirits. Okay. 10 or so words are lined up on the screen, but none of them match up with the number of letters on the crossword puzzle.
でも睡眠のレムじゃないんだ。
そうなんだ。
Okay.
文字数が合わないですね。
Yumi appears to have got an idea as she types slam in the window and hits the enter key. Lunar excursion module, okay.
これですね。ちゃんと合ってる。
Wow, okay.
着陸船。
Best girl, right?
そんな。
あなたも察している通り、このレムは一種の乗り物に過ぎません。私と、そしてもしかしたら神道、
Huh.
そしてあるいはまた別の存在の。
I see, so that's what she meant. Lunar excursion module, okay. A vehicle for the purpose of descending to the moon. Of course it's about the moon. Mutsuki wanted to go to the moon to see if the rabbits would return or not. And to me, Ram? No, that's wrong. I've had it wrong this whole time. Her name is Lam, not Ram. Anyway, to me, Lam is also a vehicle that allows me to descend to the moon, my dreams, known as Mutsuki. Sure. It feels like all the pieces of the puzzle have come together.
それにしても
クロスワード面白いんですね。
It looked like magic to me. I feel like I understand the reason why they call Excellent Network Technical Express Wizard now.
こっちの単語とあっちの単語が会話をしてるみたい。
ねえどうやったの？
You may point at the windows on her pocket computer. It says electronic thesaurus and Japanese English dictionary on it.
ただ
Dictionary.
の英語の辞書。
収録語数はすごいですけどね。辞書ですよ。日本人は
Yeah.
R と L を
Pretty
間違
much.
えるからそうかなと思って。
I take the folded note out of my pocket. Printing from that screen would feel kinda sacrilegious, so I wrote out the greed pattern on the paper by hand.
ここが詰まってるんだけど。
Okay.
原子とレムの語源ですね。
Yumi says this, leans against the nearby guardian rail, and takes out a dual shining metal object. It appears to be a pocket computer.
ネットに繋がってるの。
Okay.
一応僕も検索はしてみたんだけど。
I lean the guard rail as well, standing right next to Yumi. There's no conspicuous light around us, so I can see the backlight coming from the computer, from the windows of the small monitor on Yumi's pocket computer.
これで出てきたらいいですね。
そうなんだけど。
Yumi clicks a newly popped up window typed visual hallucination into it, press synonyms, and hit the enter. To think it would be that simple. Okay. Illusion, vision. Wow.
文字だからきっと
She's good.
ですね。
まさかそん
Vision? The N fits perfectly with the N from the virgin birth.
それから
She types RAM in at the same time. RAM rapid eye movement. RAM radiation emission measurement. Remodulate sounds. Lemurian continent ancient Rome festival for ghosts. Lemurs ancient Roman ancestral spirits. Okay. 10 or so words are lined up on the screen, but none of them match up with the number of letters on the crossword puzzle.
でも睡眠のレムじゃないんだ。
そうなんだ。
Okay.
文字数が合わないですね。
Yumi appears to have gotten an idea as she types slam in the window and hits the enter key. Lunar excursion module, okay.
これですね。ちゃんと合ってる。
Wow, okay.
北陸線。
Best girl, right?
そんな。
あなたも察している通り、このレムは一種の乗り物に過ぎません。私と、そしてもしかしたらシンと、
Huh.
そしてあるいはまた別の存在の。
I see, so that's what she meant. Lunar excursion module, okay. A vehicle for the purpose of descending to the moon. Of course it's about the moon. Mutsuki wanted to go to the moon to see if the rabbits were there or not. And to me, Ram? No, that's wrong. I've had it wrong this whole time. Her name is Lam, not Ram. Anyway, to me, Lam is also a vehicle that allows me to descend to the moon, my dreams, known as Mutsuki. Sure. It feels like all the pieces of the puzzle have come together.
それにしても
クロスワード面白いんですね。
It looked like magic to me. I feel like I understand the reason why they call Excellent Network Technical Express Wizard now.
こっちの単語とあっちの単語が会話をしてるみたい。
ねえどうやったの？
You may point at the windows on her pocket computer. It says electronic thesaurus and Japanese English dictionary on it.
ただの
Dictionary.
英語の辞書。
収録語数はすごいですけどね。辞書ですよ。日本人は
Yeah,
R と L を
pretty
間
much.
違えるからそうかなと思って。
What the hell have I been doing? I didn't realize something so obvious. I could have figured it out by simply using dictionary online or the library. Yumi suddenly looks at me with a strange gaze. She looks unsatisfied, as if there's something she wants to ask me.
どうしたの？
すごく大事なキーワードが分かったのに、今日はユミの手を取って踊ったりしないんだなって思って。
What do you mean? Like, you grabbed her hand at the library and like, you danced around, basically, like, being happy, like, you figured out the Alice thing? I don't remember you did that. I instinctively put a bit of distance between us. The backlight illuminating Yumi looks beautiful and wondrous, but to me it's also like the light of the light trap used to kill insects.
合ってたのかな。
いやすごくぴったり合ってた。抜群に合ってた。本当にいくら感謝しても足りないほどだよ。
そうなんですか。よかった。ユミでも人の役に立ったりできるんですね。
何を言ってるんだよ。
Okay.
僕が詰まって頭を抱えてる時、いつもヒントを出して助けてくれたのはユミじゃないか。
そうなんですか。じゃあユミ、喜んじゃっていいですか。
I guess. What's she talking about?
いいんじゃない。
じゃあお言葉に甘えて失礼。ユミでも役に立てる。
Okay, sure.
ちょっと。
ユミにもできることがあるんだ。
あっちゃ。
Okay, too precious. My field of vision endlessly loiters between Yumi's innocent smile and her wildly swaying body. Also, like, precious and sad at the same time, because she thinks she's, like, not good for anything, basically. Also, where's your sister? Like, I've seen her, like, few times and now she disappeared. I guess she's not that important as you, but... who knows? My field of vision endlessly loiters between Yumi's innocent smile and her wildly swaying body.
すごくひなたくんの気持ちが分かった気がして。
Huh? No way she can see through me.
やっぱり一緒に手を取って踊るのって楽しいですね。景色がぐるぐるして。
I don't think everyone would do it. The only way they ever would is if the school forced them to.
これでクロスワードパズル、もうすぐ解けますね。
Yeah?
そうだといいんだけど。
もし分からなくなったらまたユミに聞いてくださいね。
Sure.
これでも上級生ですから。
Okay. Apparently we knew that. Apparently.
ありがとう。そっか、先輩なんだもんな。今。
ダメですダメです。
Oh shit.
ひなたくんとユミは友達なんだから上下関係とかあっちゃよくないんです。
My side monitor suddenly go off for some reason. I don't know why. That's weird. You shouldn't have. Okay, we are all friends. That's right, we're friends.
まあ本当は僕もタメ口で言える方が気が楽かな。
Actually, now on this shot, I see what he meant last time about the certain parts. Yes, okay, now I can see that.
ぜひそうしてください。いつまでもユミの友達でいてくださいね。
She presents her white, thin, soft pinky to me. I know I can be thick-headed at times, but not to extent that I don't understand the meaning of this gesture. I bring out my own right pinky to gently wrap it around hers.
ずっと友達だ。
指切り剣は嘘ついたら針千本飛ばす。
As she sings, a dangerously sweet scent flows from her. It's Yumi's scent, a good scent that smells like flowers and citrus fruit. For an instant, I become happy and wanted to cry. Just then, Okay. That was a pretty cute sneeze.
失礼します。
ああ、風邪ひいちゃったかな。そういえば夜も遅いし。
Sakura's going to be so jealous.
お姉ちゃんの風邪がうつったかもしれない。
Oh, that's why she's not around. Okay, that explains stuff.
風邪
Wow.
風邪ね
Wow. They just explained me the thing that I was like wondering why I don't see her like around recently. I instinctively look through my bag.
ああった。
何ですか？
なんとか爪草っていう薬草から作った薬らしい。
Oh my god.
僕なんかこれで一晩で風邪。
そうなんですか？すごく効くんですね。でもユミがもらって。
いや、クロスアウト手伝ってもらった俺。あ、それに今風邪の真っ最中なお姉さんに飲ませてもらうわけだし。
そうですね。じゃあ遠慮なくもらっちゃいます。
ああ、いや、風邪が治ればそれでいいからさ。
日向くん、いい人ですね。
ああ、いや。
That's not true. Okay. Well, back to the puzzle. It's late at night. I walked with Yumi up until we got to our neighborhood. Then after saying our goodbyes, I went home. I was anxious to get to Mitsuki's room. I placed the notes. I took Yulia on the side on the desk. Before starting, I went to the bookcase, and apart from the Alice in Wonderland and Mitsuki's favorite books, I took technical books and on religion, philosophy, and psychology. I have a walkthrough for today. Okay. Okay, in psychology, restrained impulses of the person consciousness. Shadow. Okay. No new word popped up, but in exchange, the letter that corresponds to the green square has appeared in the box at the bottom of the window, all lined up. 11 more to go. Okay. Visual hallucination that appears to a prophet. Vision. This one corresponds to the word with 2 key letters. That said, I already know what word is now, so I guess I don't need to solve this word after all. Well, whatever.
でどうだ。
Okay, miracle, a married mother's experience. Birth. Okay. E. Okay,
やった。
I don't know yet. The R and G appear in the box at the bottom. And new clues are available. Down clue. The power that tidal forces influence on the human body. Messiah is known as Jesus. Towards apostrophe omitted. Chronograph that shows the time between the moons from the Alpha Corp. Is it? Wait, why we have green ones on the chronograph? We read chronograph already. Wait, what? I'm confused. We saw chronometer? Wait. This is for 15 days, 5 positions. -42 plus 6 seconds. Time to set chronometer. 30 million produced in Switzerland, only 3% are certified as the chronometers. Okay. Why these are green? What? Those two are types of watches. Yeah. Chronometer is precise, a chronograph is PocketWatch resource with stopwatch function, integrated technical split, second timing functions, analog and digital, analog, intervals of 30 minutes, measurements, then stopwatch function. In that case, you can exactly call that watch a chronograph. Tachmeter. Tach product meter. I don't think we've read this one though, actually. The vertical scale set on the chronograph. Average speed per hour of the moving object. Okay. Chronograph measures how many seconds it takes to travel 1 kilometer for a maximum of 60 seconds. The value Tachmeter portion that corresponds with those seconds interval. So where speed per hour is. Most cars have something called tachometer installed into them, but this measures the engine revolutions per minute instead of speed. Okay. And the split second chronograph functions can produce two measurements at the same time. There's a 2-second hand, and when the start button is pressed, the two hands starts moving simultaneously. When the stop button is pressed, one of the hands stops and the other continues to move until the stop button is pressed again. Oh, okay. So these were like new actually? These are quite simple questions. Before I solve them, I will type in the other words I know. Doing everything in order is important. Okay, Christianity, the verdict carried by the God on the final day. Last judgment. So D, G, and N. What is this word? H, G, R, D, G, N? The fuck? The box now has 6 letters left to go. Now I've unlocked 3 new clues. I anxiously check out this new chain. Across clue, lunar eclipse with a camera. Alice Adventures, something with ooh. Original work that Alice in the Wonderland was based off. Oh, the Underground or something, right? E, the group that manages the MMORPG Babylon. eDocs. Some interesting clues shown up. All that's left is to input the LEM acronym that you figured out. First 2 words, yeah, okay. Lunar exclusion. Sure. A stimulant ingredient found in energy drinks. Okay. Now I've gotten past all the important clues that I'd left over from the last time. All that's left is to take on the chain that showed up in order. I immerse myself in the task. Stimulant ingredient. Taurin. Yep. E. What is this word? Inanna's husband in Sumerian mythology. A dream where you experience the entire lifetime known as something dream. A dream. Well, it shows up in some of the other words I've been through as well. Anyway, time to take them on. Archives of camera. Photograph? Sure. Okay, that's not real word. What? Is this going to be like written like from the backward? Gun. I don't know. Or this is the anagram and we are going to have like figure out letters. You know, correct order. Maybe it's anagram. Yep, the eDoc. Latin for I believe. Alice in the Wonderland, yeah. Yeah, underground. Talk about important word. 3 more clues have popped up. Corporation that manages Kyoka Academy. Someone who breaks the law is known as impulses towards death in psychology. But it's not like Kyoka Academy is corporation or something, right? Well, it apparently is under something. And the 4 letter starts with R. That doesn't exactly narrow it that much. And what is impulse towards death? Someone who breaks the law is known as criminal. Okay, chat is where you dress yourself as a character. A something chat. Okay. But I will leave that alone and try organizing the puzzle. Out of all the empty sections right now, I will focus on the ones that have green boxes in them. Okay, large flower in the desert that stores water. Oh, the cactus, right? Cactus is actually important. Who would have thought? Chronograph that shows the time, yeah. When I solve these 2, I will have the most important letters to go. First clue is simple one. Large flower that stores, yeah. It's anagram or something. Like, this is not a real word. Next is
これはネット系
Alpha Core between moons, chronograph. Moon's Age. Oh,
モンズエイジ
what was that? Really? Huh. I click on a link that feels like it's telling me to look. Oh, okay, just to read. Okay, sure. Familiar watch is lying there. A 5-digit price. I see. Oh, there is almost eye-popping. Damn. And that's that watch that's always worrying. Yeah, he had one. True. Like I said, like I was like wondering maybe like only people in his company can have them or something, but apparently not. You can just buy them online. But yeah, it's expensive. I saw him put it down on the dining room table the last time we talked to each other. But why does Dad have one? Is he connected to all this too? Yeah, apparently. Chronograph that shows the time between moons, yeah. Moon's Age. Hello. Drive for last in psychology. I check the positions for the 2 remaining circles. One is on the lower right and contains one of the letters from the A chat in it. If I solve that one, I'll be able to access it. Fortunately, the second letter of it crosses over with another word. Latin word for I believe. This one's a snap. I just have to do what Yumi taught me and look it up in the dictionary. I believe... Credo.
これか
It got the same number of letters, and the C is in the right place, so I'm pretty sure it's it. Let's see.
よし
It is, okay. Now the other clues are a tad easier. Okay. Ah, well. Chat. Comsat. Okay, sure. Never heard. Oh, never mind. Topical, no. Costual. Nominal. Huh. Great! Game just crashed! Who would have thought? Wow, this is the second time. Great! How I will solve this time? Guys, I'm confused as fuck. I just loaded the game, right? I had just one load. I have to show you something. I loaded this one, right? The last save I had. I click skip to get to the point where I was. And we stop here. Why I can't keep skipping? Did the game like forgot I was here or something?
Yeah.
そうですか。
Anyway, I just click control, I guess. Okay, going to save on the credo thing. Let's see. Okay, it just skipped, I think. Yeah, here. Okay, when I'm just randomly guessing on statistical words, that's a clear sign to give up. I'm really bad at this kind of stuff. This question is definitely in Iganaki's area of expertise. Should I try ask him tomorrow? If that's the case, the only other open section is the middle section. However, this can be. I instinctively doubt my eyes. There's an across word, a downward, and a green square near where the two met. But no matter how many times I look, that's all there is. Wait, what? What do you mean? Wait. Across word, downward, and a green square near where the two meet. What? Where? I quickly move the pointer and randomly click on the area. It smells like it's not responding. Oh, okay. In other words, there's no connection to them from words in any other places, so I can't click any of them. An independent area that doesn't form a chain with anything else. Interesting.
あそこに行けばいいんだ
Depending on the situation, I might be able to solve it even if I don't have one of the letters. But if I don't have all the letters to such a long anagram, its possibility of solving it grows lower. A pitch black curtain begins to cover my field of vision once again. Oh yeah, that one. I think that's what you mean, right? This one, maybe. I wrapped up on the sensation of fruitless effort, and I'm really tired after this long day. Depression hits me as I hold my head in my hands. Okay, we passed the day. Cluster 12.
こんな時間になんだ
Okay, hello, finally fancy meeting. You were not here last time when I needed you. Okay. I wanted to finish episode, but ultimately we mostly had just a crossword puzzle. So I will just continue for a bit more. With like more like content to like, you know, discuss and like actually progress the story. Yeah. I went to school this morning as if I were an honor student, to be accurate. I have business with this room and its occupant, yeah?
授業はどうした
The skin pigmentation under Sensei eyes has turned black. In other words, she has heavy bags under her eyes, emphasizing her hugged appearance.
今の僕には
Okay.
授業よりも大事なことがあります。
そうか
As Sansan tries averting her eyes from me, she takes a cigarette out of her pocket and then...
先生、
ひなたが授業をサボるのと私がここでタバコを吸うのと
Okay.
何を言ってる？
愚問だったかひなたにいろいろ聞きたいことがあるのは私も知っているただ
Okay.
ここじゃ話
So you are aware about what we want to talk about, huh?
いいですけど。
私の体が空いたらね本当はひなたのためだったらいつでも開けておきたいところに
Okay, interesting.
どさくさに紛れて、また微妙なこと言わないでください。
大丈夫ちゃんと生徒の性格的資質を見極めてからからか
先生。
I wish I could say I was a good of a person. I tried to say this, but I stopped myself. We don't have the time to be fooling around with each other now. Even Iganaki taking the day off from the school today. And as for Sakuya...
はい。
Oh, wait, what?
昨夜、
Wait, she's dead?
まずは深呼吸して。落ち着いて。
Damn.
それからゆっくり順番に話。
It sounds like she's dead. She went to her house, right? So she found her dead and her parents too, maybe? It happens early this morning. Sakuya frantically called me. From what I could get out of her, Hiragi Midori, her best friend, who was always so cheerful, was taken to the hospital in the ambulance. Oh, okay, so not dead.
昨夜はどうしたい？
Not dead, okay.
だったらそうすればいい。学校は今日で終わりじゃない。みどりちゃんに付き添ってあげるのは今しかない。
Why she went to hospital? What happened? I don't have all the in-depth details, but from what I heard, it sank more as an incident rather than an accident. She was taken ill this morning from the house where she's been found losing a lot of blood. What?
柊みどり。
Maybe she really tried to... Oh my god. What is Babylon doing? Why, like... What the hell? What if, like... Shadow from the Babylon cannot take over the body when the host is still alive? You know? Like, they force a host to die so they can revive later on. Like, that's kinda creepy, but who knows?
んああその件か
その件かって。その程度の反応なんです。
すまない確かに柊さんの問題は軽い出来事ではないだが他にも様々な問題が起きている
まず
君なら何か異常な事態が起こっているとわかる
Yep.
そういうわけだから
Something with Babylon and the shadows. That's why I don't understand. That's why I don't know what to do either. Babylon is calling. I feel the desire to merge with other self simmering yet again. But I don't know when since I will call. I don't want to end up in the situation where I can't focus, or I might not pay attention to my phone. Also, you mentioned in the comments under the previous episode that about like the girl that was like not aware she was pregnant, and I said like maybe Shadow did that or something, right? Like if there's like layer above, right, and this girl is like a player basically, like a character, and Shadow is taking over, then she would know about what Shadow did when she logged in basically, right? But that wasn't the case. I shouldn't get memories, so I assume like I will go with the other theory, maybe. Actually, that there's no higher plane basically, but the shadows want to like transfer basically and take over bodies from Babylon to the real world, and this way the person will not retain the memory of the shadow, or at least it's hard because Hinata basically was not remembering anything for the past years. Actually, you know what? Wait, no, he was remembering. Wait, I was wrong. I confused myself with other novel, I think. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, like there's no like memory to regain from Shadow if they're the ones invading your mind, because you are just a normal person. You may have some weird flashbacks you are not aware of. Like Hinata had like this like change in the box and the eye basically, and he was not aware that something is looking and thinking from his perspective basically. Something like that, you know? So yeah, you go to sleep, Shadow wakes up, like do stuff, go back to sleep again, you wake up, and then you have a baby. And you don't know why. Yeah, anyway. I don't want to end up in a situation where I can't focus or where I might not pay attention to my phone. If she doesn't call, should I dive back into Babylon? Usually Midori apparently went nuts because they entered Babylon. To be more accurate, was it because they registered for the Ashur scenario? Yeah, sounds weird, right? No. So, there's a possibility that we'll have to save Sakura at some point from doing bad stuff if we are registered for Ashur as well. Not knowing what to do with myself all my time, I switched trains, arriving at the real world Babylon, or at the town after which it was modeled. When I compare my sense of sight and hearing to my main experiences on the net, the sense and the wind certainly have actual substance to them. But then, why do I feel like that sense of reality feels distant? On the contrary, it feels like it's Babylon that truly feels real, even though it shouldn't. Yeah, like reality and the virtual reality blends together. Like, he said it before, right? About shadows, like, they feel real and stuff. You cannot recognize even what's real anymore. Almost. Like I said, like, maybe like if you die in the Babylon, then you just lose all your, like, will to live basically in real life, because it feels so real. Just what's causing this cap? Recently when since Musky left, I've rejected on acceptance of reality. I thought that was the reason why the real world held no sense of reality to me, but I was wrong. It might be more than I'm not fundamentally suited for. It might be more that I'm not fundamentally suited for this world. And as for the world in the net that my sister loved, I realized that I started to become taken with it. Hinata and I, and Shamash as well, walked freely in Babylon. That's why I've already brain mapped the place I got often here. Okay, brain map. Human brain does not perceive the recall memories of the three-dimensional construct similar to polygons. It's a string of maps. In this construction, one's vicinities are world map and the other body is the body map. Sure. So just memories basically. Even if you lose your arm in an accident, your brain may not be able to rewrite your body map. There's a phenomenon where you use your old map and feels your lost arm. Yeah. Phantom limb, yeah, exactly. Look at your body map from outside, you will end up seeing doppelganger as the result. Okay. More than 90% of amputees, phantom limb syndrome is composed of varieties of symptoms. Amputee retains the sensation, they can still feel the length, size, the proportion. It feels as if they can move it at will. Other times the limb feel to be moving on their own. Phantom limb syndrome. Okay, this is just medical stuff. And the phantom pain. Brain remapping. In fashion, an elbow amputee might feel some lower arm when touched the cheek. Okay. In other words, this is a neurological phenomenon, not a paranormal experience. Yep. Phantom pain. Pain from the amputated body part. Yeah. Pressure fracture, burning. Cannot be described in terms of previous experienced pain. Result of the brain missing for nerves coming from the amputated limb. So this might be important in terms of like what's like happening. Like I said, like if like your reality is so blend with the Babylon, then you die, right? So or like you lose arm or something, let's say, right? Like let's make it simple. You lose arm in the Babylon, and then you feel this pain in the real life because you felt the Babylon one is the real one. And then even though you have the hand, you still feel the pain in this. So it's like phantom pain without losing the hand. Something like that, you know what I mean? And this is the same with like death within the Babylon, I would assume. Because your brain cannot like recognize that your body is still here. Your brain is thinking that, hey, my body died, you know? Something like that. You know what I mean? You could say that my body remembers them, but when I think about it so carefully, shadows don't have bodies. So why then do I have various categories in my memories? I mean, they have your body, right? Like, they walking with your avatar. Oh, how do you know that? Okay, who the hell are you? And why you say like Hinata is in the game? No, he doesn't mean your actual name, Hinata. He means your name in the Babylon. How did he recognize you? Is it because like you looks like the avatar in the game? You didn't change your appearance? Maybe? Probably. This guy who's wearing glasses appears to be a college student. To be honest, I haven't seen him before, but something about him feels familiar. Yeah, okay. Macho muscular guy, okay. I'm rather shy around strangers, to be honest. I'm really bad at talking to people I don't know very well. In situations where I'm the one kicking off the conversation, I've already figured out what to say, so I'm fine there. I want to get this conversation over with and get out of here right away. Okay. I mean, makes sense. Okay. I don't really get it. A look of understanding finally appears on his face. Okay. He winks at me discreetly from behind the lenses of his framed glasses. Wait, they have drugs? That's what you mean? What? What does he want to say? So they have the whole syndicate there? In like normal city? as well. They have the both types of drags there, like they use in the Babylon. Like what the hell?
はい。で、
I replied reluctantly, but what did he mean by saying Babylon has reproduced in the city instead of Babylon was based off this city? That's just also weird phrasing, yeah. As I think this, I walk aimlessly down the sidewalk when...
これは
So they have like whole organizations, actually like people here actually changed the city into what they say in the Babylon. Holy crap, this is really blending more and more to like real life. There's a fortune-telling stand on the roadside. I've seen this plump elderly lady on the TV several times. There's no way she's actually the fairy. Is it? She's giving advice to a young child in front of me, saying stuff like that. For an instant, the fortune teller's eyes widen, and our gazes seems to meet. I avert my eyes and starts walking faster. She might be skilled, but even if I ask her, she's neither of the lambs. That I know. I continue to walk. While ignoring the hot gaze I can feel burning into the back of my head. Okay. But she seems to recognize you somehow. When I suddenly cross a corner, I remember when I first entered Babylon's Shamash. This is where Chiquita, no, Inagaki, brought me. It's the row, yeah, gathering spot, but... Oh. Just like Babylon. There are 3 guys hanging out there with the black jackets. I have symbol of the lamb embroidered on the back. Great! Now I will never know if I'm inside the Babylon or, like, in real life. Holy shit. And at the instant, the reality before my eyes wavers. Is this city turned into Babylon? That's scary. Like, how influential can be the game? Holy crap. Is what that college student said true? If that's the case, do they really sell drugs here? A young Hold'em-like guy, who's practically the definition of ill-bred, approached me while chewing something. He has a violet border around his sunken eyes.
僕は
I recently showed up at one of your meetings in Babylon. I tried to say this, but my tongue is stuck in place, even though I was talking to them just fine in Babylon. He whips out the butterfly knife, quite a little weapon. Okay, that's fucked up. Do they really think this is still a visual, like a video game? I think like the reality is totally messed up. Or they're just actually just gangsters, you know? Might be. My legs reflexively takes a step back while sweat oozes out of my forehead and armpits. I will down a large amount of salvia. Oh, do you do know me? Also, how do you recognize me? I was like talking to you as a Shamash, not as Hinata. So how do you recognize me actually?
だってシンは
Takes out something wrapped in the white wax paper, which flickers in the light breeze. It's not something virtual? Okay, as he says this, the other man begins to slip brass knuckles over his fingers. He then faces the air and begins to shadowbox. In Babylon, I only saw those guys as groupies, but here they turn into a group of armed thugs. That's bad.
いやちょっと待ってよ僕はそんなつもりじゃ
僕ちゃんかやばそうで白衣ガキだちょっと痛めつけてやれや何でもホイホイ吐くんじゃねえのかそうないろいろと楽しめそうだし
Not good. Cold sweat starts running down my back. I cover behind my back and starts to run away as if trying to get their gazes off me. Not good. That's going to save us. They've already got me surrounded from behind. I could try to break through and run, but it's 4 against 1.
人目につくと面倒だ。早いとこやっちまおうぜ。
わかった。ああ
The night blade shimmers in the light and I try to avoid it. Two of them grab me from the left and right. They trap my arms behind my back.
最初はどこがいい？目か？鼻か？
Okay.
それともその可愛いほっぺか？
Sakuya Sonic Wave, I would assume. Coming to the clutch again? Or something? What should I do? What should I do? My heart sinks under the burden of my despair. Why did I come to a place like this all alone? With the pain and impact imminent, I close my eyes. Right then? Oh, never mind. Someone's actually taking them out. At that instant, the men who are holding me down losing their grip. When I open my eyes, I see... Oh, that's you! Enlil. Okay, hi. Surprised that you saved us. Okay.
みんなで一斉にかかれ。
危ないエンリル
Yeah. Backbill Jackass dance as the four make their way towards Enlil. Yeah, this is also the first time we call him out. Or her. I still don't remember. All I can do is watch. Maybe it's she actually.
俺の肘が
Damn. It's like a hurricane. These guys from a drill are sent flying by the touch of Enlil's arms. I hear a stiff sound I never imagined could come from the person's arm. Ow.
叶う相手じゃねえ。
なんだよ鉛の板を腕に仕込んでるのかよ
Okay.
許せねえ絶対に許せねえ。ちょっと待て。エンリルってことは三騎士？叶う相手じゃない。引き上げるぞ。
Okay.
マジかよ。
お助け
The legend is here, huh? Okay. And it looks at me without taking a single breath.
緑に真の名を口にするな。死にたくなかったらな。
Okay. Well, I do have reasons to try to find Sin. How much can you do to help? That's my question. And then he turns his back to me and tries to leave as if nothing happened.
なんだ。私はお前なんかに構ってる暇はない。
Yet you saved me.
なぜ助けてくれたんですあなたは僕を目の敵にしてたと思って
たまたま私の進行方向に障害物があった。
Okay.
だから排除した。
Is that really all there was to it?
何しても助けてくれてありがとう
くだらん。人に礼を言う前に自分の身ぐらい自分で守れるようにするんだな。
Okay.
そうだね
Although his eyes are scoring me, he seems to smile a bit, but he quickly walks away. I no longer know how to categorize the person known as Enlil. Is there such a thing as someone who can be categorized as a good or bad person? I quickly leave through the other end in the alley of the alley and enter a glass-sided cafe where I calm myself down. To be honest, my knees are still shaking like crazy, so I can't stop them. I'm too powerless, and Mutsuki is in a very dangerous world. How am I supposed to say that Mutsuki equals that dangerous world?
はい
Okay.
今少し体が痛い。
Okay, let's go.
先生待ってました
ああすまん。どこで待ち合わせしようか。飯でも食いながら話をしよう。
Also, yeah, this is the place like what we saw in the Babylon. Yeah. So I assume, like you remember, I assumed like this place from his dream was in the Babylon in the beginning because we never saw the scenery in the real world. Now we see this in real world. Like he went actually to a specific place. So yeah, this is in real world too. So what if Hinata actually jumped to the river in the beginning of the game, but that was like his shadow or something, you know, or he was being controlled? Or made up saying things, because the cheap fury in the head still is there, right? Like he can like see stuff, like who knows, like reality is weird, but who knows, like maybe that's why he had headaches and this weird like dreams that are like real, and like Mutsuki saying help me. I don't know. Anyway. Get a bite. Okay. And Yari-sensei tactlessly bites into a cigarette. Okay. Although her whole body is limply excluding exhaustion, her eyes are blazing bright, perhaps due to the stimulating effect of the nicotine. She's wearing a different outfit, I think? Oh, she doesn't have a coat. Okay, that's why.
この街を歩いてるととてつもない郷愁に誘われるよ。何か大事なものを置いて。
Yeah, you left Babylon apparently.
バビロンですね。
そうだ。そして私は今になってその。
Okay, yeah, we need answers about this.
正直何から聞いたらいいのか。あまりにも最近の出来事の進行が早すぎて。
私も何から話していいのやら。お互い忙しい身の
今学校に何が起きてるの、
そっちから攻めてきたか。
Yeah, that's one of the important things. Sasha takes a deep breath. The tip of the cigarette shines, with ash beginning to take form. That ash falls onto her portable ashtray, and she blows a ring of smoke.
正直、私はわからない。
先生。
目下調査中というところだ。まあ。いろいろと驚くべきことが進行中なのは。
うちの学校は他とは違うんですか？それとも他の
問題はその事件に絡んでる生徒がみんな IC、 すなわちイマジナリチルドレンだってことだろう。そしてうちの学校はやたら IC が多い。
Okay, I will just read this again. That's important, but let me just read this again. What was that exactly? Imaginary children also suffer from being unable to feel their own existence in the real world. We suffer from being unable to feel their own existence, but adapted to operating the communication systems and other networks. Okay. In virtual worlds, they don't even need to be connected. In virtual world, they don't even need to be connected to everything via the electronic link. This is because they can feel overwhelming sense of self and sense of completeness there. And so they are more sensible, faster, and can operate things more accurately. Therefore, rather than being called a mental illness, it's been interpreted as humans' mental makeup being optimized to follow in accordance with the new world. Their existence might be a new breed of humans born because they're needed in this era. Okay, they're actually a thing then. So this is something actually. So they work with my idea of them dying in real life because they died in Babylon, right? Because they are unable to like feel their existence in the real world. So they die in the Babylon. They wake up and then they want to die there too, because they're like. Real lives basically died, because for them the real life is the Babylon or the network. So also they don't need to connect to everything via electronic link. So they just like telepathically can like operate stuff in the virtual reality basically. Like they're kind of like hackers or something. Interesting. How do you become the imaginary child, imaginary children? New breed of humans. Are they artificially created, or it's just evolution thing going on? What's happening?
I see.
ああ、このリアルワールドに現実味を感じられず。
Yeah.
その代わりネット内などのバーチャル空間においては抜群の適応力を示す。
Yeah, yeah.
ひなた、君も愛し。
Oh! Oh, okay. That's why that's why reality and the Babylon felt like it's blending for him. Huh.
まさか心にこんな虚しさを抱えているのは僕だけじゃない
Okay.
ことですか。
ああ、そうだ。だが今回のさまざまな事件は IC を中心として起きている可能性が高い。
そうですね。
Unfortunately, maybe too far, too late for that.
理事長が必死になってマスコミを抑え込もうとしているが逆効果だろうな。生徒が不健全な方向性にシフトしている。
うちは他とはどう違うんですか。 IC が多いってまさか苦のつく5文字の会社のせいじゃないでしょうね。
Okay, the crossword puzzle.
ひなた、君はどこまで。
Sensei looks at me with the face of someone who's drank oil out of the garden.
ひなた、君は誰なんだ。
先生がアヌだと言うなら答えは一つ。僕はシャマシュです。
Okay, let's see what's her answer about this.
おいおい、からかうのもいい加減にしてほしいな。君がシャマシュだってのは論理的に全くあり。
Okay.
そうですか。じゃあ言い方を変えます。シャマシュを襲名したものです。
なんだって。
僕はもう三騎士の残りのエンリル、エアだけじゃなくニンギリスやそれにアヌンナキの顧問的な人物とも会いました。
Okay. Let's me see. Okay. Which guy was Ningriso? I forgot. Was it like the big like E-Dog? The big guy? That was like showing us around or something? I don't remember. Was that that guy?
まさか彼女が戻ってくるわけが。
She could be back.
君がいろいろ知ってることについては説明が。
Okay.
お互い腹を割って話せることは話した方がいいんじゃないでしょう。
そうだな。だったら外堀から埋めるようなまどろっこしい真似はやめて。
僕の
君の妹さん、つまり
Okay. Okay.
の最後のメンバーだった。可愛い顔に似合わず凄腕のハッカーだった。
She was a hacker, or she is a hacker. So is she really the legendary hacker? Member of Naoki, so... Member of the gods, yeah. So she is a Sin, right? Wait, no, Naoki... Yeah, group of hackers and yeah, so she was one of the creators then, yeah.
やっぱり
Yeah.
ハッカーだった。
彼女はシンというハンドルで
Uh-huh.
作ったバビロンを巧妙に書き換えていった。
Rewrote the Babylon.
私が引退を決意した原因の一つと言ってもいいかもしれない。
Interesting. So it was like different in the beginning, but she rewrote it into her own perspective, like how she wanted it to look.
それって
はあ。
先生をバビロン。
いや、そういうことじゃない。私はあそこに夢を見出せなくなった。だからリアルワールドへ帰還した。
先生はそれだけのことを知りながら今まで僕に何も言ってくれない。
すまなかった。ただ話すタイミングを伺っていたのも事実。
Why not?
簡単に話せる内容じゃないからね。
先生。
I become embarrassed. What need is there to criticize Sensei? Even I threw out the idea of searching for Musky for 2 years, right?
現実とのギャップに苦しみ、バビロンに平安を見出した彼女は、とある人物
So she was the IC too.
を維持していた。
She was even one of the imaginary children as well, it seems. So where she preserved a strong partnership with certain someone. Shamash, I assume?
僕の知っている人物。
まあ、知らない人物ではないさ。
まさか。
私やメグが抜けても、最後までバビロンに残った人物。
Meg.
そういえば、今の君にはわかるだろう。
Okay, 1 second. What? Strong partnership with certain someone. I would assume Shamash. When Meg and I left. Who's Meg?
ムツキはあのエンリルと一緒に バビロンへ残る道を選んだって言うんです
Oh,
か？
okay, Enlil. Okay, so Enlil may know where Motsuki is actually. Is that why he's been stalking me? Is the reason he saved me although I'm enemy because I'm Mutsuki's brother?
そうだ。
Okay.
それが私がアヌンナキを抜けた2年前の状況だ。それ以降、彼女とエンリルの間で、しかしバビロンは崩壊の危機を乗り越えて奇跡の復活を果たした。それにはムツキの力が大きい。
Goddess of the Babylon, okay.
バビロンの女神と言えよう。
でもだったらどうしてどこにも姿が見えないんです？エアだってエンリルだって。
ムツキ自身がそれを望んでいるからだろう。
Okay.
そんなことはない。だって妹は僕にメッセージを送ってきたんだ。
Or was it her shadow? Or was it her shadow?
そうなのか。
If you think about this, if Mutsuki is like actually, you know, a character in the Babylon, then she also possesses a shadow, and shadow is like deep consciousness of the character, right? So even though Mutsuki herself does not like want to be found or something, like her like inner thoughts, subconsciousness wants to her like Hinata to find her. That's why we have like different kind of like maybe like you know, just like dream flashback messages in our head sent. If we go with the like chip in the head theory, then like Mutsuki can send us the messages basically from within the Babylon because we're connected, right? So maybe the shadow tells us to save her while the normal one just want to hide for whatever reasons from us. I don't know. I'm just throwing random stuff now.
ええ、なぜかわかりませんが、今になってネットの妖精レムを経由。
だとしたらこの2年間で何か状況が変わったのかもしれない。実際エンリルも
Yeah, and it seems to be in the rush, yeah.
だとすると
これは現段階では推測するしかないことだが、おそらくネット環境、つまりはバビロンに付随する状況が
Okay, so Babylon's too big for just two admins.
2人の意志や思惑を超えた何かがきっとバビロンの中で動き出しているのだと思う。だからエンリルは私に
Interesting. So they're searching for two more admins, I think. So is that why the like final judgment event is happening? The Ashur? It's to reduce the population in the Babylon, so it's like within the norms, so they can still manage it. Are they like cooling the population? Is that it?
SOS。
ひなた、よく聞くんだ。私には私の立場がある。可能な限り学校の生徒を守るということだ。
でも学校の件に時間を取られてうまく動けない。そういうことですね。
君は私が知っている中でも一番聡明な部類の生徒だ。
Okay. Save Mutsuki and Babylon.
ムツキを引いてはバビロンを助け出せるのだ。
Should we save the Babylon though? If we have a choice between Mutsuki and Babylon, I think we should save Mutsuki. But Babylon is like their life work. This is like so Babylon is basically like the refuge camp for the imaginary children, if you think about this. This is the place where they feel real. It's like destroying their home if this collapse actually. Wait, this is getting more complicated. On like moral perspective. But at the same time, like, oh my god, actually yeah, if like they die here, then they will die in real life probably. Oh my, okay, well, fuck.
先生。
だが一つだけ心配なことは、我々の意図を阻止しようとする反発力が動き出しているように思えることだ。真相に近づく
Okay.
危険は増している。
Repellent force. I remember the instant withdrawal from earlier. At that instant, I knew what true fear was. Damn it, I won't lose, but what should I do?
もう一つだけ。
なんだ、この後に及んでまだ聞きにくいことがあるとはな。
いや、
My
それ
measurements.
は今度にしてください。
Perhaps because she talked and had a great burden removed from her mind all at once. Yes, and say back to her usual self. I'm the one with the problem here.
つまらん。せっかく花も恥じらった種が君にだけ秘密の真相を
ムツキは
Okay.
役の売人をしてるんでしょうが。
はあ、なんだやぶから棒に。
Okay.
そんなのは初耳だ。
この町を中心にデストルドやリビドを売りさばいてるディーラーに
人違いじゃないのか。単なる同盟とか。
I mean, that's what they claimed. Like I said, like someone maybe like just use the name, or like it's not like they're admins. They can check really like the name of the character, right? It might be someone else. Like I said.
僕もそう思いたい。でも妖精のレムに関係していて
I mean, yeah, sure, but
いい毒の中枢とも
it still doesn't mean that the scene that they talk about is the same.
それにバビロンでは既存のハンドルはロックされていて後から来た人が同じハンドルを使おうとしても跳ねられちゃうじゃないですか。
つまりバビロン内で真で通用しているからにはそれは無月である可能性が高いと。いや、システム的にはそうでなければ意味が通らないな。
Okay.
やっぱりそうですか。
わからない。何か抜け道があるのかもしれない。
What if the shadow scene is the drug dealer actually? What if this is actually the other way around? Like the one that actually wants to be saved is the real Mutsuki, but Shadow is the evil one, actually. You know? What if this like is this way around? That like Shadow is in control for the most of the time. Like it already like took over the character, took over the Mutsuki's body basically. And sometimes when she regained consciousness, she sends the SOS basically to Hinata. Might be like in this way as well,
抜け道
I guess. But that would mean that Mutsuki is evil subconsciously. That doesn't feel right for me, but anyway.
あるいは誰かがムツキのハンドルをクラッキングして。
Yeah.
いや、そうだとするとなぜムツキほどのハッカーが報復も修復もせずに黙ってる。
先生、
これには想像以上に込み入った背景がありそうだ。ひなた、気をしっかり持つんだ。確定するまでそれは事実でも真実でもなく、
Yeah, speculation.
推測や憶測に過ぎない。そんなもので一喜一憂するな。
先生。
いいか、ムツキがどんなトラブルに巻き込まれていようと必ず助け出す。そしてそのために、
Okay.
あなた自身は
弥生先生。
IC が現実を軽視する傾向。
Ignore reality.
それは取りも直さず、自分の命すら重く見ないということだ。だがひなたは必ず生き延びてくれ。
Tends to ignore reality, okay. But you must survive. Yeah, see? They can't see value in their own lives, something they can't recover from. Yeah, so this works why people dying when they die in Babylon. Yeah, so that theory is correct, I think.
わかりました。
素直でよろしい。
Hope that, like, Hinata actually have attachments to real world. I mean, he does. Like, there's Sakuya, for example. We talked among the city lights on this cloudy nights. Also Yumi, yeah. On this cloudy night, the doubts I'd held about Sensei for the last few days had been completely washed away. Okay. We go to the cluster 13, the Saturday. And that's going to be the end of the episode.
ご飯冷めちゃうよ。
I guess backstory with Mutsuki? Possibly a dream? But that's for another episode. Thank you for watching. Quite a lot of new info. We got some confirmations, some questions. We learned that we are actually imaginary child, the IC. Okay. Well, we'll see in the next episode how it's like the rest of the story will go. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. So click the like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you'd like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and for a Pocket Watch, let's going out.